The Lexus RX is the crossover that made itself a synonym to luxury hybrid crossovers. But this one is no hybrid. This is the 2017 Lexus RX 350 F Sport, which is the sporty one. The F Sport package includes all the sporty goodness, these amazing bucket seats, adaptive cruise control, adaptive air suspension, and these big 20-inch wheels. It costs $13,500 on top of the base price of $55,800. But what you get in return makes it totally worth it. The exterior styling doesn't work for everyone, but those that like it seem to really dig it. But the interior is really nice. Compared to the previous generation, it is a huge step in the right direction. The materials used are mostly high grade, and everything has been put together really well. Roominess is fantastic. The rear seats can slide back and forth, but pushed all the way back, legroom and headroom are beyond good. The trunk is 553 liters, but you can increase that by pushing the back seats forward, so practicality scores really high here. Visibility is really good. This thing rides as smooth as a baby's bum, and over bumps, it's pretty comfortable. The air suspension does a great job absorbing road defects, but big potholes that require greater travel are felt more than expected. It's still really good, and being a Lexus, that's exactly what it should be good at. Under the hood, you get a silky 3.5-liter V6 engine, which breathes all by itself. No turbo here. Made it to an 8-speed automatic gearbox that lacks a little bit of discipline. It makes 295 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque, shooting to 100 kilometers an hour in just 7.5 seconds. Performance might not be neck-breaking, but it's more than enough for the purpose this SUV serves. In Sport mode or even Sport Plus, it becomes a bit angrier, but there's no crazy transformation. The steering gains a little bit of weight, the suspension becomes this much stiffer, and the gearbox seems to hold on to gears for like forever. Handling is very safe and very forgiving, but as you keep pushing harder, you realize that this thing's comfort zone doesn't really extend all the way to the limit. Amazingly though, the biggest problem the RXs always used to have has been fixed. This thing is not boring anymore. But the RX was never meant to compete dynamically with an X5. It's built to impress with refinement, technology, comfort, and reliability. And seriously, within that context, it kicks ass. Now, I am gonna bitch a little bit before I end this video. I used to be the biggest fan of this mouse control thing for the infotainment system. I loved the way it had the feedback and you could understand where you're going without really looking. Now though, the options on the screen are so many, and the granularity of the movements you need to do is like so fine. You can never get what you really want to pick. I mentioned earlier that the gearbox lacks a little bit of discipline. What I mean is that it slips a lot. The last thing I'm not really impressed with is fuel economy. I've been averaging just over 15 liters per 100 kilometers. That's just too much. Overall, I have to admit, this thing really impressed me. It's much better than what I was expecting it to be. The tremendous amount of space this thing offers, the practicality levels, the endless list of features, and the very reasonable pricing policy make this RX a very strong contender in the market of upscale SUVs. Overall score, 8.5 out of 10.